Hello everyone. There's just something about high-speed chases that gets your adrenaline going. And this gets all amped up when the chase involves high-horsepower vehicles like trucks and luxury rides. Throw in the police, and you have a real-life snapshot of Fast and Furious. Think you're up for the challenge? Find out with us in today's thrilling video. What can possibly be more insane than a police chase going high speed with a luxury car, which is a whole limo going reverse pretty much the entire way? Turns out the driver had a suspended license, which is why he escaped from the cops and racked up millions in damage.
After a brief stint going backward, he shifted back into gear and veered into a nearby wooded neighborhood. Imagine watching that from your front yard. Definitely not your average Sunday. Despite some surprisingly skilled maneuvers,
Milwaukee police had their work cut out for them in a high-speed chase against a truck that went as fast as 119 miles per hour. Now, we don't know what that driver's idea of a pleasant evening is, but this certainly isn't ours.
Slowing down. Mile marker 42, slowing down, way down.
In this incident, a stunning black Corvette pulls a disappearing act on the cops, disappearing from the trooper's sight like a panther blending into the jungle at night. This is one of those rare instances in which a high-power engine car gets chased and doesn't end in an ugly way. If you're that scared of getting caught after running a stop sign, maybe just don't try overspeeding or doing any kinds of unhinged experiments on the road. A moment of silence for the car.
No contact, 2 squads have been hit. We need to end this. Two-night stopped here.
Maybe it's true that taking a sleek Corvette out onto the road makes your brain function a bit differently. Because here's another case of this beloved car getting into trouble with the cops. Illegal window tinting isn't a big deal, but running away totally island. At least they were polite enough to let the passenger out. This hit-and-run suspect thought they could get away just because they had a cool car. But the Ohio Highway Patrol isn't messing around, and soon caught the culprit. But that didn't happen without a crazy chase, though.
Southbound 57 from Chestnut. Yes, I'm going to do parallel on 83. Northbound in the southbound lane, 57 north of Chestnut. 1721 south.
Things got genuinely dangerous when this carjacker in Ohio dashed from the cops and led them on an insane high-speed chase before giving up on running away. However, instead of giving in, he shot at the police, all the while being a mere 16-year-old.
Get the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
This drunk driver seems to strongly believe a DUI is way worse than getting into a deadly accident because they risk exactly that as they speed away from an officer who could have been hurt pretty badly if he didn't step back in time. They got caught soon enough, despite all that speeding.
Exit 13, speed 130.
Like the genius DUI driver, these two escapees are dashing from the cops after just shoplifting. Of all crimes, looks like logic fled Georgia faster than this car on this day in 2022. The lengths they decided to go to were far too extreme for the matter at hand, running away again after stopping once.
We're southbound.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
This BMW driver did every reckless thing you can imagine in this context. He was driving in an obnoxious way, ran away from the cops through a residential area, endangering citizens, and also threw out his passenger. A plus for recklessness, F- for intelligence.
But British roads aren't built for high-speed getaways. That lesson came too late. Inside the car were Simon,
Okay, Wyoming speed has significantly reduced now. It's stand by, still making overtakes. We are at 30 miles an hour. I'm on the Broadway North, outside 112. Vehicle's pulling over now, its own accord, stand by.
California is only a few steps behind the infamous Florida and Ohio in terms of crazy driving, as you can see in this case from nearly a decade ago, when the police had to deploy spike strips to stop an unhinged serial robber out on the loose. Smart move.
Don't move! You move, you're gonna get shot, you understand?
Ever seen a Ford Mustang get slammed from the side? It'll probably break your heart like it did ours, especially if you love cars and hate to see reckless drivers behind the wheel. The ditch was the cherry on top in the worst imaginable way.
Come on, up here. If I need to turn around, I need to get back the way you're going. 30 to 5 is back behind you, comment that road. It's not a straight step, shut down the whole road. Come out this stop sign, he is. He's surrounded, he's off in the ditch. We're down here on 326.
This driver took the ultimate risk and put his life in fatal danger by refusing to let the officers catch him for driving a stolen vehicle. His decision to lead a high-speed pursuit instead led him to an untimely end, much to the horror of the officers on site.
1047, pursuit, stolen vehicle, Venus crash, ETC. Vehicle had just TC'd on Sherman Way, and went on the...
Generally speaking, it might just be wise to stick to road regulations and speed limits. If your ride is a neon green Nissan GTR, that could be spotted even from a mile away. But maybe spending all that money on the car melted this driver's IQ away. These two brothers woke up and chose chaos earlier this year as they led the Washington troopers in a Civic and an Infiniti. The younger, a mere teen, messing with the older brother's chase. Is this loyalty or stupidity, considering the charges they'll face?
It's right there. Okay, easy, easy. It's spinning out. Now it's facing the right way. It's in the ditch. Go, go, go.
Yep, I got one WSP to, looks like Dallas lighting them up. It's up right here. South Alpha, please. That's over the train track.
And this wraps up today's crazy compilation, featuring thrilling car chases caught on police dash cams. What do you think? How would you fare in a case like this? Share your thoughts in the comments and keep up with our content for more road awareness.